Hello everybody, how are you guys? We're continuing our series on Long Beach, one of the great cities of California, and it's a really creative town, big music scene. And this video is going to touch on that a little bit, in that the topic is 3 of the worst DJs in Long Beach. Now, of course, EDM is huge, the music festival scene is huge, and DJs play a major role in the success of electronic dance music. And being a music town, a creative town, Long Beach has been at the forefront of that development. Unfortunately, not all the DJs are up to snuff, and here are 3 of the worst. Number 1 is DJ Orange Peel. Now, when you're a DJ, guys, you have to have a hook. All right, Aoki's long hair. All right, something that's unique about you. Of course, Marshmello has his whole shtick. You just gotta have a hook. Well, DJ Orange Peel, his hook is, during the drop, he will launch thousands, and I mean thousands, of orange peels into the crowd. Now, I'll admit that some people in the crowd get a kick out of it. They take the orange peel, they rub it on their skin, they suck on the rind, they're trying to get some vitamin C. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think they clearly know what they're doing, no matter what you launched into the crowd. I mean, you could launch banana peels with ants on them, and they would eat those, suck on those, rub those on their body. Okay, it's just that kind of a crowd. But DJ Orange Peel, even if the orange peel thing is corny, it would work if he had some skills on the platters, but he just doesn't. So, when he's mixing the songs, the beats don't match up. He doesn't know how to get any excitement going. He's relying on that orange peel thing over and over. And therefore, there's no personality from the stage other than that one gimmick. So it's too one-dimensional, and that's the reason that you maybe not even heard of him. Because when you're good, the word gets out. And when you're a one-trick pony, you just kind of get submerged. Now, the one group in Long Beach that loves this guy, is the Long Beach Grocers Association. This guy is buying more oranges than, I would say, the entire city of Signal Hill put together. Okay, I mean, he's the orange guy. He's the orange consumption king. They say that the Long Beach Grocers Association says that DJ Orange Peel is responsible for employing 300 people in the orange and grocery industries. Okay, not directly, but just from his consumption of oranges in order to get the peels to launch them into the crowd, this guy is keeping people employed. So every cloud is a silver lining, and this horrible DJ is doing some good out there in the American industry. That's number 1. Now, guys, number 2 is, how do they come up with this stuff, okay? It's DJ Fax Machine. Now, DJ Fax Machine, he times incoming faxes to the music. But when you're in the audience dancing, you can't see the fax machines. You don't know what's coming in. And he just thinks this is the greatest idea that has ever come down the music business since Dollywood. Okay? But visually it's not exciting because you can't see what's going on. And musically it's not, making any musical sounds that you can hear. Now, they've mic'd the fax machines, but fax machines by and large are fairly quiet. When the paper comes popping through and the fax gets printed. Now, you do have some fancier fax machines that make some beeping sounds, and they try to time those to the music. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're young and if you're in EDM, you probably are young. if you like EDM. Fax machine was like a printer that you could send a printed page. You'd feed it into your fax machine. Okay, and then it would go over the phone lines to the other end and it would print out on their end. A printed page. Now, a printed page is kind of like a screen on your phone, but it's printed on paper. It'd be like if the words on your screen were on actual paper. That's. I know it's kind of a confusing, and this is archaic technology, of course. So this guy, he's trying to go for a sort of a retro vibe with the fax machine, but the younger crowd doesn't know what it is. The older crowd want to forget because the paper would get all curly, and sometimes you get that ink on your hands, that purpley ink. And people are like, hey, Mr. Purple People Eater, you been eating on some people, Mr. Purple People Eater, PPE, hey PPE. See, so the point being is that DJ Fax Machine is a failure in the Long Beach EDM community. Now, again, like all these lists of worst, especially in the arts. It's very subjective. You may love the guy. All right, and then finally we have number three on our list of the worst DJs in the Long Beach music scene. Of 3 of the worst DJs in Long Beach. All right, and the thing about this guy, he's been at it for like 30 years. And the thing, I don't think he even cares. I think he's been on this list before. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what people think. All right. He just doesn't have any, and it's DJ Chainlink. DJ Chainlink puts up chain link fences around his DJ booth, and he invites you to try to climb over. Okay, he incites, that's his whole shtick. He incites the crowd. He doesn't just inspire and uplift and motivate them, he incites them. And what that means is to do dangerous stunts like climb over the chain link fences that he sets up outside the DJ booth and try to dive bomb onto the music. He asks you. He asks you and asks you. He axes you and asks you. He demands that you make an attempt. Now, here's what you got to keep in mind if you're going to try to go for this, because you're like, I can climb a chain link fence. I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. Okay, all right. But keep in mind that once you get to the top of the chain link and you're about to leap onto the music and create a ruckus, create a riot, his team is going to start firing at you with T-shirt guns. And not just those little puffy ones that you see at some of these high schools. I'm talking about real rocket launchers. In other words, they can pick you off, hit you in the head with a T-shirt. It's going to be soft enough it's not going to do any damage, but guys, you're going to be falling backwards. And if you're a bigger guy, bigger girl, they're going to hit you with one in the head, one in the chest, one in the shoulder. And they might even be able to like do a glancing blow against the lower portion of your body with a T-shirt gun shot into the fence itself. Okay, where you might have a toe hold, right? Your hands are up on top of the chain link, but your foot is in one of the little diamond shapes there down below. You've stuck your toe in there. They blast you with the T-shirt gun. Boom! Ow! Ow! And what happens? You lose your grip and you fall back into the crowd. So that's his gimmick, man. He loves to get the crowd to come at him like, come at me, man. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. And they come at him. And then his team just emerges from underneath the DJ table there, and it's on. Like, pow, 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 pow. One guy has a Gatling gun, kind of like those Civil War Gatling guns. It's a T-shirt gun, and he turns his crank, and it fires T-shirts. Bang, 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 and taking people down. So, good for him for coming up with a hook, but on my list, in my opinion, he's one of the worst DJs in Long Beach. Guys, I hope that helps you find what you don't want when you go out dancing to EDM in Long Beach. Come on back for more.